Thank you for watching Barb, Molly, and Princess. I haven't been in here for a while, so we're going to get started a couple of issues right now. And one of the issues is that little young man, Kyle Rittenhouse, who had shot maybe 2 people or 3 people. I don't know how many people he shot, but I know one of them was dead. He says the federal government will pay a total of 88 million to settle a case brought by the families and survivor of the 9 Charleston church shooting victim murdered by a white supremacist in 2015. The total settlement amount was confirmed Thursday by Charleston attorney Carl Pierce, whose firm represents one of the people slain by the Mother Emmanuel Church, the Reverend Daniel Simmons Sr. said. The individual settlement for all victims in the shooting were being filed Thursday morning in the U.S. District Court in Columbia. It was approved by the U.S. Department of Justice. The agreement must still be finalized. Here we go. Okay, so that is one of the issue that we have today, and the other one is with the Kyle Rittenhouse gentleman who shoot up somebody in the house, on the street when they were having the protest. The lawyer for that gentleman, when they went to court, they said the judge said to the lawyer, you can demonize Kyle Rittenhouse victim if you think it will help with the jury. The white wing are not fair when it comes to shooting someone. The program I was watching said. The judge telling them that they cannot call the people that died the victim. The judge said you can't call them victim. You can call them rioters. You can call them looters. You can call them arsonists, but you cannot call them victim. Now tell me, what are they? This young man shoot them. Did they have anything there that they were rioting? No. Did it say that they were looting? No. You have every evidence? And how can a judge sit in his on the bench and sit there saying that, telling it's like he's telling them that the guy is going to be walking? How? I don't understand. You are a judge, the guy died, and you said they cannot call him victim? What is he? I tell you, we have some more crooked judge. I don't care. But we have more crooked judge on the bench than anything else in this whole wide world. Someone sent something to me, and it says that 2 young men, 1 black, 1 white, charged with the same crime, aggravated battery or whatever, I don't know, some stealing something. And same judge. The judge gave the white guy 2 years and give the black guy 26 years in prison without possibility of parole. Come on. These people are so racist, and they don't hide it. The judge, the district attorney, the lawyers, nobody. They don't hide it to say that they are racist, because the system wasn't set up for white people. It was set up for black people, because black people weren't in slavery anymore. So they get out of slavery. So they get the prison to put them in there to make sure that they stay in prison. Because you know how much people in prison, black man in prison, haven't seen their children old and gray in prison for minute things that white people are walking away from. And black people sit in prison, have no money to get a lawyer, and so the first thing the the racist, whatever lawyer they give, tell you to plea is no contest. No contest is the same as saying I'm guilty. But when you say no contest, which I didn't even know, when you say no contest, then you're not saying that you're guilty, you're not saying that you're not guilty. And so you get probation or whatever, or you go to prison, they said, for lifetime. This is just so weird in the system that they set up. But you know something? There come a time that these racist people who set up the system for black people gonna find themselves in the same hole that they dig. When you're digging ditch, dig two. Don't just dig one, because the one that you dig, you're gonna drop in it. And that's why you see today, there's a lot of people going to jail or going to prison who you never think. Look at those lawyers, look at those doctors, raping those young girls, you know what I mean, athletes and all this. The other day I saw, I think a couple of nights ago, I saw this guy, or last night, I don't know, the guy come on there was crying that this man raped him, 20-year-old guy, crying that this man raped him. Come on! And you go home to your wife and your children at night, pretending that you're decent, pretending that you're not doing anything, and look down upon somebody who stole a candy. They look down on somebody who do the minutest thing and call them criminal. And they're this and they should go to prison forever and da-da-da. But yet, underneath the surface, they are what the Bible said, whitewashed tomb. Their inside is so crooked, so black. They're calling us black, and inside of them are black. Because they do the most evilest thing to people. Not only black and white, they do it to their people too when they get the chance to do it. Because the guy who was talking last night was a white man. They do the most crookedest thing, and so the prison already fill up with black people, and maybe they have no more to put in it, so they have to be turning on their own color and putting them in prison. Some people are in prison so long, never have children, never see their family, never see baby born, never see the children grow up, because they are in prison for what? One little bit of marijuana or whatever it is, one little bit of something that could have other country or other places would give them a year or two or whatever. In the United States, you're gone away for life without possibility of parole. And if you touch a dog, I'm a dog person, I have 2 dogs, and don't touch, they are Molly and Princey. And let me tell you, don't touch my dog. But I'm a dog person. But if you hurt a dog, everybody on Facebook will say, fry him, fry him, fry him. Because this guy must shoot this dog or hurt this dog. And everybody come out that the man should go to prison for the rest of his life. But when you come on to human, oh my God, if you kill a bird on the road, you should be executed. But when you come on to black people, you don't have any feelings. You don't have any, no life. You know, I also, this is off topic, I guess, but I saw this lady come on TV and said, oh, I retire and I, in my retirement. And you know something? Honestly, tears run down my eyes. Because it's only one woman I know. And you have to have a government job in order, if you're black, you have to have a government job in order to say, well then, that you're going to retire and get a pension. Black people don't get pension. And when you go to the Social Security, it looks like Social Security bias against you too. Because white people will get $2,000-$3,000 a month, and black people get $500. You're not getting any money. Black people never have a job, because as soon as you do something in a job, they walk you out. You never get a job to even stay in there 10 years. You must really know when you're in a job. unless it's a job that somebody don't want. They don't get pension. They're still working at 80, 90. Because the social security they get cannot buy food and pay bills. They have to move in with their family or go to a retirement home and put on Medicaid. Why? Why is it so hard for things and times to change for black people? Black people didn't ask to come to this country between England and whoever bring them here. And after 400 and some other years, slavery was abolished. It was abolished. But black people are still in slavery. Still in slavery. You don't get any money. I want to get a part-time job, and this lady just called me and tell me, oh, I can hire you 4 hours a day, and I'll give you $13 an hour. No. $13 an hour for 4 hours a day. What can that do to me? What can that do to me? What can that do to anybody? You can't get a job and you're going to stay in there and stay in there. They find something, and when they start bopping their eyes and I water keep coming down, you better look out. When they start bopping their eyes and said you hurt them, but they sit in a job for years and years and years. I've been here 25 years. I've been here 30 years. I was enrolling a woman in Medicare, and this lady said, oh, I'm on the same job. Since I was 16, I leave school. I'm on the same job, and now I'm 65. Come on. 50 years. Same job. One job. Ask any black person who is in a job for 10 years. Because if you even have your degree, they're trying to kick you out. I know a doctor man that a couple people lie on in Cleveland Clinic to get him out. The guy go to school for almost 10 years to become a doctor. And as soon as he come out, man said, he pulled cover off me when I was in anesthesia. They try to hurt you with every possible way that you can. Why? Why? Even if you don't do anything, they lie on you. They lie. They lie to put you in prison. Police lie to make up record to put you in prison. The judge and jury lie. District attorney lie. Everybody just lie. And if you, God forbid, you sit there and talk the truth, hell no, they were right beside you when the crime was being committed. Because the way they are talking is like they were there committing the crime. They're saying all these things, knowing it's a lie. What do you think is going to happen to these people? And that's what the Bible said. The sin of the mother and the father shall follow down to the third and fourth generation. The sin of the mother and the father will follow down to the third and fourth generation. When you do somebody wicked, lying things, don't mean you're going to get off. Yes, you can. You feel like you're going to get off. But you know something? You know something? You're not going to get off. You're not going to get off. Because there's a thing named karma. There is a thing named karma. And if it doesn't catch you, it's going to take your children. If it doesn't take your children, it take your children. Third and fourth generation when you do wicked things. Love one another, no matter which color you are. You see, I'm not saying that there are some people who do some ugly things within black and white, and everywhere you go, you have bad people everywhere. You have bad people everywhere. You have wicked. It's like you have a ghetto. You have a ghetto every country you go to. There is dilapidated houses and people living there or whatever. But people who just may not do anything in prison, sitting down, and when somebody do something like this little rugrat, Kyle Rittenhouse, he kills somebody, and the judge is giving him a green light to get out because you cannot call his victim. You can call them rioters, looters, arsonists. Come on. Where's the proof of those things? The young man was walking on the street because when there's rioting, everybody, because Kyle Rittenhouse or whatever his name is, he leave his city and go cross state line to another city to shoot somebody. So people are coming from all over. One thing, when there's a crowd, my mother always tell me, don't go. When there's a crowd, don't look for me in a crowd. If there is a crowd and somebody gets shot, I am not there. I'll listen to it on the TV. I'll listen to it when somebody say it. But I'm not in the mix of that crowd. But that young man left and go to the march and was shot. And the judge turned around and says, you can't call him victim. You can't call them victim. You ever see anything like that? You can call them victim. If you are a white ringer, you can get away with murder. You can use your gun. You can do anything. There's another man up there in Texas. Somebody walk on his lawn and take his gun and blow the young man brains out. And he said, well, it take how many days for them to arrest him? Yet the police came in my yard and said, if I see anybody walking in my yard, if they come in my house, but if they come in my yard, I can't do them anything. If they come in your yard, try to hurt you in your yard that you're paying taxes for, you can't do them anything. But the white people can shoot them. There's a marching on their road for that young man who was killed by those 3 white men. And they were marching in that area, and the white woman come out with gun and stand up to shoot if anybody step on step on her land. What's wrong with these people? Are they crazy? Are they crazy? And as soon as they do something, the first thing black people go, I forgive. Hell no! I forgive you. The woman who shoot the young man in his apartment, who walk in the man apartment and go in there and shoot him, saying she thinks she was in her apartment. The family members, boy, come out and go, I forgive you, and crying I water. How many black people do you cry for who's going to prison day by day? The judge came down off her bench and hugged that woman and give her a Bible. How many black people does she put to prison in the daytime? Does she come down and give a hug? Sometime who sent to prison for falsely, for lying. Police lying them and put them in prison. How many people come down off? How many people should come down off her bench and give a hug to? No. What kind of double standard? What double standard? I don't understand. What double standard and time we're living in? It's not everybody bad. It's not everybody out to kill. It's not everybody out to shoot. But the minute they see a black person, I walk in the store as a elder woman, and first thing black people do, white people do, take the purse off the cart and clutching it, or put their hand over it and holding it. It's like I'm going to be grabbing your purse and run. I can't even run anyway. I'm going to be grabbing your purse and run. Where am I going to run to? But the minute they see a black person, they start clutching the purse. They walk on the other side and tie it up themselves like you're going to hurt them. I didn't hurt anybody in my young age, and when I get older, I'm going to hurt somebody. Come on. These things make you get upset. Very upset. to know that you're living in a world in 2021 when people cannot love each other. And those people who, the one who, yeah, they put up a bail and get money and what is that GoFundMe thing they put up for that boy to get him out of jail, and all those Bible clutching, gun toting Christian, they put money up to get him, how much million to get him out of jail. And they are Christians. You can't tell them that they're not righteous. They are so holy that they have to walk with a gun. They are so holy that they sit in church and the long gun is underneath their seat, or their gun is on their waist, and they are so holy. You know, we will never, or we can't talk enough about racists. And we can't talk enough about things that is unfair, things, unjust things that has been happening to black people. We can't. And I'm not going to say black and brown like those other people, because brown people don't like black people. I am living beside a brown woman here, a Spanish woman, almost killing me day and night, calling police for me if I'm walking on my own land. So I'm not going to put brown people in there, because I know brown people don't like black people. Spanish people doesn't like black people. I don't care what they say. I prove it. I know. I'm living it. But they keep saying it, so they say it and people believe it, because if you keep saying things over and over and over, people will believe it's truth, although it is not truth. But you have to live it to know it. And if you don't live it, then don't talk to me. I'm sorry I'm riled up, but I am getting frustrated here. Because, you know, when you look at the unjust things that is going on in the world, it is not good. It really is not good. And people don't have to live that way. Thank you for watching Barb, Molly, and Princey. And please like and share my video. I'm trying to get as much brownie points as I can with YouTube. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon. I'm out of here.